so today we're going to be talking about the differences between an Audi A4 and an Audi S4. If you guys don't know me, my name is Joey. I personally own this 2013 Audi S4 that I have right here behind me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get into the video. So first off, we'll be talking about the B8 and b8.5 platform. This grille I have here on my right hand, this is from my old A4, and this grille in my left hand is from my Audi S4. So let's first talk about the differences between the looks between the A4 and the S4. There are the B8s and then there's the b8.5s. The B8 is the year from 2009 to 2012, and that's what this grille is going to look like on those cars. So on this grille, you'll see that the corners right here are rounded off. That's the older style with the B8s where they have the rounded front end. Now let's talk about the b8.5. So this is the b8.5 grille that was off my S4. It's still going to be the same for the A4 and everything. It's just not going to have the S4 logo on the grille itself. There's a corner there and a corner there. It's not just one smooth round edge. And it's also going to be a little bit wider than the A4 grille. So this here is the front end of my Audi S4. This is a b8.5. So you'll see that the grille has the squared off corners more so than the B8 does. Also, the headlights on the A4 and the S4 for the 2013 to 2016 models, which is the b8.5, are going to be a little different than the older B8 models. So the only other difference between the B8 and b8.5 that I would really notice would be the tail lights. So the tail lights are going to be a little bit longer on the b8.5s, and the B8s, the tail light right here goes to more of a point and then it goes back up. Alright, so moving on to the differences between the S4 and the A4. They're going to be actually a pretty similar car. Their body and chassis is based off the same design and everything. The only difference is going to be the powertrain and a little bit on the interior and the exterior of the car. So one thing that you'll notice with the S4s versus the A4s come with the Audi aluminum silver mirror caps, and that's one thing that the S4s only come with compared to the A4s. So obviously another difference on the A4 and the S4 would be the logos themselves. That's pretty obvious, but if someone debadged the car or something like that, it's going to be hard to tell if it is an A4 versus an S4. So another great way to tell if it's an S4 would be that it has quad exhaust tips on the back, even stock. So this is an aftermarket exhaust that I have on my car right here, but it has two on the right side and two on the left side. Whereas on the A4, it's only going to have two on the left side of the car. So that's a great way that you can tell, and one of the most obvious ways that you can tell that it is an A4. So one of the final things would be the wheels. So the wheels here, these are the stock wheels that come on an S4. They are going to be 19 inches. Most of the A4s are either going to have 17 or 18 inch wheels. You can option 19-inch wheels on the A4, but they are going to be a little bit different than these Prestige wheels that came on my S4. One of the more funny ways that you can tell that it's an S4 is actually on the keys to the S4 that I have. It says S4 on the back. I just think that's kind of cool feature that they had on the Audi S4s. My A4 personally did not have that. Alright, so moving on to the powertrain, there's going to be quite a major difference in between the two. So the S4, it comes with a supercharged 3-liter V6, and this is going to be 333 crank horsepower from Audi. The A4s, those come with a 2-liter turbo, and those are going to be 210 horsepower. And then the facelift models, which is the b8.5s, I believe those come with 220 horsepower at the crank. So moving on to the differences in the transmissions from the S4 to the A4. The A4s, I believe, had three options: the 6-speed manual transmission, the 6-speed auto, and the CVT transmission. So the S4s, those had two options. They either came with a 6-speed manual or, like I have in my car here, a 7-speed dual clutch. Alright, so moving on to the interior of the car. Most, if not all, of the S4s come with this flat bottom steering wheel and have the S4 logo right at the bottom right there. On the B8 models of the S4, they did not come with the flat bottom, but it still will have the S4 logo on there. The A4s, those came with the round steering wheel as well, like the older S4s did, but the newer A4s, I believe with the highest package, you can option it with the flat bottom steering wheel. So the dash The dash is also going to be a great way to tell the difference between an A4 and an S4. So the S4 is obviously going to have the S4 logo on it. Also the two circles, so your speedometer and the RPMs, the background of those are going to actually be gray. Alright, so one of the final things that you can tell the difference between an A4 and an S4 will be these bucket seats. So the S4, you can option this with a few different colors in this seat. I believe they come in red, white, and then the black here. And they also come in an Alcantara as well. These seats are going to be one solid piece, whereas on the A4 is not going to be one solid piece. It's going to have a headrest separate from the seat itself. Also, the bolsters will not be as big. All right, so those are just some of the best ways that I've found to decipher between an A4 and an S4. The A4 really is a super fun all-around car to drive for a daily driver, and it gets great gas mileage even when you tune the car. It's also super fun because I had it in a manual transmission, and that was my first car that was manual. So the S4 is also a great car to own. It's actually super fun. It comes with 333 horsepower from the factory, so that is actually a lot of power. I believe the 0 to 60 from Audi is 4.9. I tested it with a Draggy, and it was actually 4.7, so I was pretty surprised by that. But all in all, S4 is a great car to own. The A4 is a great car to own. It really depends on what you want to do with the car, and if you want to tune it and go further with it. You can obviously go a lot further with the S4 platform than the A4. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, comment on what other videos that you want me to create. This video was actually created because I saw a comment about it. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And always, see you later.